The first 24 hours after adding your beta is where most beginner mistakes happen. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I add a fish to an aquarium, what I test, and what I don't panic about. So without further ado, let's get started. Before heading to your local fish store, make sure that your aquarium is all set. Here I'm just giving a secondary check to make sure the flow of my filter is adjusted down, helping the betta fish swim, and then checking the heater to make sure it's set to 78 degrees. Everything looks good here, and now it's time for one final water test to make sure that our cycle is still holding. Moving your fish into a cycled aquarium is absolutely paramount to ensure that they survive and have a happy, healthy life. If you want any more information about that, check out my video on cycling. And now we're going to move on to doing our final water checks. Alright, in our first test, we're looking for ammonia. Luckily, this test came back completely zero ammonia. Next, we're looking for nitrite and nitrate. And we're okay with a little bit of nitrates, but we don't want any nitrite. And luckily, that's exactly what the test shows. Now that we've proven our tank is ready, it's time to finally pick out a fish. I'm at my local aquarium shop here and looking at their betta wall, and their selection is unreal. They have hundreds of betta fish here. And the great thing about betta fish is that they're really readily available at any pet store. But if you can, make sure that you try to support your local aquarium shop, and typically you'll find a better quality product at the same time. So it's a win-win. While I was at the store, I also picked up some aquarium plants. I have this Java fern here, which is a fantastic beginner aquarium plant. I also picked up some dwarf water lettuce. This is a great floating plant, super easy. It's going to be great for our betta fish. Now is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's finally time to add our betta fish. As you can see here, I'm dimming the lights, but then the camera compensates. But you want to dim the lights so that you don't spook the fish. And then next, I'm going to take the bag and place it in the aquarium to help the temperatures start to acclimate to one another. This will make sure that when you add the fish, it's not as shocking for a temperature differential, which is really going to reduce stress, but then also give them an opportunity to look around, get established. Now I leave them in the aquarium for about 15 minutes, and as you can see here, I also lowered the water level of the aquarium to compensate for the water in the bag. So what I'm going to do here is cut the bag open, and I chose to do this for a number of reasons. Number one, I'm always not very good with the rubber bands on the tops of these bags for whatever reason. And then the second reason is because this is a pretty small aquarium, and this is a giant bag, to be honest. And I want to make sure that the length fits in the aquarium so I could do a nice, gentle introduction with the fish. So now that the bag's cut, I'm going to lower it down so it's water level to water level, and then allow the fish to swim out. It happens a little bit quicker than anticipated, but here he is. Our betta fish is finally home. So now we've given our fish some time to acclimate. It's been a couple hours for our fish here. And we're going to try to see if he's a little hungry. So just dump the bottle in. Just kidding. Do not do that. This is probably the most important tip you're ever going to get as a betta owner. They don't need a lot of food. So here we're just going to give him one pellet and just see if he wants one pellet. Right? You can see it in my hand there. I'm going to put it in the aquarium and see if he wants it. Alright, so he's identified the pellet. He's coming out of his hiding spot. He's really looking at it and thinking. And this is it. His first meal in his new home. Here he goes. Oh! Will he do it? Oh man, he sees the pellet. Come on, buddy. I know you want to eat it. Oh no! Oh, just taking a breath. Not hungry. And that's okay. It's his first day. We'll try again tomorrow. Alright, so it's our first morning with our new friend, and my son has decided to name him Bunchy, which is quite a great fish name. Now, I noticed in my footage yesterday that the aquarium was looking a little gnarly, so I'm using a glass scraper here to clean things up for you guys and make sure Bunchy is proud of his home. This is a great process to keep your aquarium looking clean. It's easy. Just gets rid of biofilm that forms on the glass, algae. And it's just a normal thing for aquarium owners. Glass scraping is just a huge part of the hobby. Now we got things looking great, and we're going to try to give Bunchy his first meal in his new home. So, like I said earlier, betta fish do not need a lot of food. Today my goal is to feed him about 3 pellets. So you can see them there around my hand right there. And we're gonna entice him over here. He sees it, he looks pretty hungry, and boom, he is ready to eat. It just took him a couple hours to get acclimated and he's eating just fine. So if your fish doesn't want to eat right away, maybe the first one day or second day, don't be alarmed right away. It's a totally normal thing. During the first 24 hours, first few days, and honestly, first few weeks, monitoring your water stability is going to be the most important thing you can do for your fish. Here I'm going to be testing for ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate, and just making sure that my cycle is holding, my water is stable, and the environment for my fish here is safe. Now, if you'll remember from my cycling video, we used fish food to simulate an ammonia load on our nitrifying bacteria. But now we have an entire living organism in here that system needs to support. So the bioload of a fish is far greater than that of some decaying fish food. So your cycle is going to need to adapt, and the bacterial colonies that are processing that waste are going to need to grow to compensate for this new bioload. So monitoring that is very important for the safety of your fish. It's time to check on our test strips here, and the first one is going to be ammonia. If we have any ammonia present in the aquarium, that's going to send up some red flags, and we'll need to monitor that closely. Luckily here, there's none detected, which means our cycle is holding as far as the ammonia processing goes. But how did the second phase of the cycle go? Turning that ammonia, which is now nitrite, into nitrate. So here, let's get our scale out from the flag label and check our test strip. And on here, it's a little bit of a different story, but nothing to panic about. We still have our nitrate showing, but now we have a little bit of nitrite showing up, which means that second phase of the cycle is lagging behind a little bit in processing the additional bioload of our fish, which means it's something we just need to monitor. It's a very low level, not dangerous, so we're not going to do anything, we're not going to panic, but we will continue to document and check on our fish and our water quality. We've been spending a lot of time talking about water testing, heaters, filters, lights, everything that's important to make sure that your fish is happy and healthy. But the best part of the aquarium hobby is just welcoming a new fish into your home, getting to learn more about their personality and just enjoying it. And so far, having Bunchy here has just been fantastic. He's just so active, such a beautiful betta fish, and I just can't wait to see how he grows and develops over time. Now, since I really like my new betta fish, I'm going to make sure that I keep testing his water and monitoring the progress of the cycle in the aquarium. As the bacteria colonies grow to meet the new bioload of our fish, it's important to make sure that there's no dangerous levels of ammonia or nitrite in the aquarium. And if there are, and you'll be able to tell by the scales on your test kit, if it's in a space that says danger, all you'll do is a small 25% water change. And that'll get things down to a safer level, but still allow enough for your aquarium to cycle properly. If you want to see what happens to Bunchy next, make sure you subscribe and like this video. In our next video, we're going to be covering the first week of Bunchy's arrival home and what you can expect as a new fish owner as you get your aquarium off the ground.